Move over Jason Tatum and move over Channing Tatum. The real Tatum has arrived. If you would, tell us who you are.
I'm Tatum Millet from Oldham County, Kentucky.
And of course, you're the best version of Tatum. You're a 2024 Girl State Wrestling Champion, like you said, representing the Colonels of Oldham County.
Yes.
So, the standard question we start everybody off with is how do you get into wrestling? So, if you would fill in the blanks for us, what gets you into wrestling?
My dad and my older brother actually wrestled. So my dad would always throw us around like parents do, and then Tristan Millet, my older brother, started wrestling, and he was like "Oh, this is a boys' sport. You can't do it." And then I just started to get to practicing and loved it.
No, I got it. And of course, Oldham County High School. That is, we want to make sure because we know that those that I guess that aren't in the Oldham County area. There's three high schools there in Oldham County. There's of course North Oldham, there's South Oldham, and then there's Oldham County Colonels right there, like we said in Jason Talbot's video, on the corner of 393 and 146, right there in the big city of Buckner, Kentucky.
Yep.
If you've never been to Buckner, it's a beautiful part of the state. Oldham County as a whole is just a beautiful part of the state. But the Colonels, I want to make sure I get it right, have a really nice wrestling tradition. Let's go over their state champions real quick. 13 state champions. 1985, Mike Chisholm was the first with the heavyweight. You guys have saw Jason Talbot, 94 and 96. Pat Zizlowski, 1997. Some guy you may know. Rumor is he's pretty weak now. Aaron Reardon, 2000. I don't know. I mean, you could confirm or deny that. I don't know. I'm just going off what I've heard. Matt Thompson, 2002. Josh Reardon, 2002. Brent Gibbs, 2003. Ben Warner, 2007. Alex McIntosh, 2015. We got to say rest in peace to Max Emerson, 2016. Miller Brown won it, of course, this past year, 2024. And then you're the first Oldham County Girls State Champion. So when we'll talk about your state tournament runs a little bit later in the video, but
Mm-hmm.
when you see the KHSAA press release that girls wrestling is now an adopted sport. Talk to us. Are you like happy? Are you like finally it's time, or how's it go for you?
So the big thing for me was I didn't even see it, first off.
Oh,
My parents had, or the keep up with the internet and see everything. So they showed me, and my first thought was this sport is about to get huge. Because, I mean, fastest growing sport right now. And um, I love it. I'm so glad it got sanctioned. It's changed a lot for me. Um, and yeah, when I found out, I just knew that it was going to become a bigger thing and it would be great.
now doing a little one of the things I pride myself on with the channel. There's a lot about the series that I take a lot of pride in. Having the videos, being able to get with the person if they're still with us, if not, get with their families, do a memorial, however it goes. But getting as many of Kentucky state champions out there as we can. And I was doing a little internet sleuthing earlier today, getting some photos and everything for the video. Also seen, is it what you play? Is it lacrosse, field hockey? Is that correct?
Yes, I have played lacrosse since about seventh grade. I'm a junior now. And our school just started field hockey this year. So I've decided to join that, and I've been working on getting better at that recently.
Yeah, no, I get it, and that's something about the K. Kudos to the KHSAA, Commissioner Tackett, the Board of Control, everybody that's there, adding sports, adding competitive activities to get more people involved. Because if I'm, I graduated in '03, been out of school now a little over 20 years, and if you would have told me in when I was a senior walking the halls there bass fishing is going to be a sport or a competitive activity bowling, esports, just all these girls wrestling would have been a sanction because we done the video with Priscilla Brownfield from Campbell County. She was the first girl to qualify for the boys state in 2006. So we went from 1964 with our first state tournament that was sanctioned until the 2006 state tournament without a girl qualifying. I said Priscilla was the first one in 06.
Mm-hmm.
All that time, I guess the KHSAA just never saw a need. I mean, why would you have a sport where there's nobody to participate in? You know what I'm saying? And now
Yes.
we are the community of wrestling. We're having to have our elementary school state tournaments in the like arenas. We had it in Pikeville, Corbin this past year in Louisville. Elementary school, middle school state tournaments. The boys and girls state tournaments are held back. High school state tournaments are held back-to-back days there at the horse park. So you're all right. The sport of girls wrestling is growing. I don't have. There's been so many teams added over the summer, and you know, I don't want to use the word rumors, but you hear different schools. Oh yeah, this team's starting, or this school, this whatever. So I would say with the boys, I don't think there's any unless it's just an all girls school. I don't think so, but I don't think there's any just girls teams that don't have a boys team. So I think our number we're like up to like 130-ish, 130 teams in the state, which is pretty good. I think all three Oldham County schools have boys. Do they have girls wrestling as well?
So in Oldham County, I know at North they have one girl, Iris Wells, and then at South, I'm not 100% on how many they have. I know they have at least like 2 or 3 girls. But at Oldham County, it's me and Lucy.
I was going to say, because I believe you were the only Oldham County girl this year at the state tournament, correct?
From Oldham County, yes.
Yeah,
not from Oldham County, but Oldham County High School.
Like yes. Not necessarily the entire county, but the school of Oldham. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure out a better way to say it. I need to figure out a better way to communicate that. So, you said you started wrestling because your dad, because your brother. So, like you said, kind of got ragdolled there growing up, but it paid off for you.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, the Coaches Association stepped up and they had a Coaches Association state tournament. It was all the everybody across the state recognized it as the state tournament. They awarded a team champion, individual medals. The only thing that was missing was that KHSAA stamp on it. But nevertheless, we had it for 3 or 4, I think it was 19, 20, 21, 22, for 4 years, I believe is how long it went on. And you actually won 2 state championships in the Coaches Association, 2022 as an 8th grader, 107 pounds. So it's got to feel good coming in as an 8th grader, being a state champion, right? 107 pounds. I believe you beat, was it a young lady from, was it Knox Central? Is that correct?
It was Hannah Foster.
Yep. I was going to see if you could pull it out of memory.
I was about to say Faith
Go
Ramos
ahead, I'm sorry.
but that was the 2nd year.
And the thing, too, about that, the reason I bring that up is Oldham County and Knox County are not close at all. I mean, Knox County is down on the Tennessee-Virginia border. Oldham County right there by Louisville. I'd say it's probably a 4-hour trip, every bit of it. So it was cool that, to me, that's a true state championship is when everybody agrees. It's kind of like money. Money only has value because we agree that this little piece of paper is worth, $100 or $50 or whatever. A state championship really is only valuable when everybody agrees on it. When everybody says, yep, we agree, this is the tournament that we're going to crown who the best is at this tournament. Now, everybody can have a bad tournament and maybe not, maybe get upset or even injury or whatever, but nevertheless, we agree on it and it matters. This is it. This is the state tournament. This is the best tournament, the biggest tournament. This is what we train for. What's the old saying? This is what we train for, kids, right here. This is it. So you're 107-pound state champion in 2022, coming in as a freshman into the wrestling campaign, 120 pounds, and guess what? You do it again. So you're a two-time Coaches Association state champion.
Mhm.
Coming into this past season, the 2024 season, everybody had to know who you were, right? There was no staying hid, correct?
I mean, uh, a lot of people, I could sometimes tell that they've seen me before or have can recognize me. Uh, but I definitely don't see it as anything different. I definitely just see it as matches.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, the reason I say that is we've done videos all the way back. The earliest that we have on video is 1969. And the
Mm.
reason I say that is the earliest state champion that we have was, of course, wrestling started, the state tournament started in 1964 for the KHSAA. We have a two-time state champion, 1965 and 1966, that, back-to-back years there. And I asked him off camera, I was like, because back then there, maybe 12, 15 schools had wrestling at the most. Most of them were Louisville, Northern Kentucky schools, a couple sporadic, but that was pretty much where it was at. And I was like, ask him the same question. I wish I'd asked him on camera, but I didn't. I just didn't think of it. I was like,
Mm.
did people know who you were even after you won it? And they was like, we really only saw the same teams throughout the year. Every now and then we'd go somewhere different. For the most part, you wrestled the same people every tournament. So everybody kind of knew who was. Now, I mean, you can't stay hid with one of these. Everybody's got
Yeah.
one. Everybody pulls it out. Between TikTok, Flow, Instagram, however people share it, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. I mean, the name Tatum Millet isn't staying hid too long, right?
I hope not.
Well, I mean, I guess coming in that they knew who you were. They knew that, okay, she's probably going to be the favorite coming in because she's a returning two-timer. Is that the way you kind of saw it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got a good seating
Mm,
for the 2024 state tournament because of the two prior coaches association
right.
state titles. So the seating was really nice, and then yeah, like the
No, no,
coaches
no. That's
talk about
that's
it.
that's kind of because I love the reason, just documenting the history, documenting the way things have changed. Even, back in my era in the early 2000s, you could have the forums were a thing. Instant messaging was there, your ICQs, your MSN messengers, but the ability to share video, the ability to share photos quickly just wasn't there yet. I'm sure in some capacity, if you had some type of crazy high speed internet at your house, everybody was on dial up for the most part, but you couldn't just share stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Yeah.
cool to, like, football teams used to have to go and meet in person to trade game tape because you just couldn't share that big of a file up early until I don't even know, probably till about the early 20 teens, team craft and still meet and share tape. So I love hearing the how things have changed over the years. But this past season, the 2024 season, 120 pounds. You're a sophomore. Let's go over your state tournament run. You start off with a fall over Victoria Day from Harlan County, a minute 29 seconds. And again, another county that is nowhere close to Oldham County. I mean,
Yes.
Harlan is the farthest southeast county in the entire state. Had you wrestled her before?
No, I don't think so. I believe I had only wrestled two um people from the state tournament this year that I've wrestled before.
Well, nevertheless, you win by a fall, minute 29 seconds. You get to the quarters. I believe her name is it Linnea? Is that correct? Am I saying that right? Do you
Uh,
remember
I
the
I don't remember. I think you're saying it right though.
I believe that's, if not, I'm not trying to mispronounce her name.
Mm.
Anthony Shingler. So you're the coach here at Fort Campbell. We're going to say it's Linnea DeWitt from Fort Campbell, you win that by a fall, 1 minute 5 seconds. She goes on to get third place. Had you wrestled her?
I believe so, maybe once.
Okay.
I
And
hadn't wrestled. Oh, sorry, don't mean to
no,
interrupt.
no, no, no. Go ahead. Just keep talking. No, no problem.
I think I had wrestled maybe three girls tournaments this year, including regionals. Because we started regionals this year for state, you
Yeah.
don't just qualify. But yeah, we had started that, so I didn't get much outside of the state tournament wrestling just girls.
Mhm.
Uh, but there were a couple of tournaments that I had entered in.
Okay, yeah, no, no problem. Like I said, she goes on to get third. You get to the um, semis. You're wrestling Brooklyn Banfield from Montgomery County. You win that by a fall in 1 minute 20 seconds, and Brooklyn goes on to get fifth. So far you've wrestled the third place and fifth place or place winners, I should say. You get to the finals. You're wrestling Sutton Fuller from Union County. Now, of course, we're not going to tell you the score. We have the Parade of Champions face-off match video and the medal ceremony. So, had you wrestled her before?
No.
Okay. And again, another county. You went from Harlan County to Fort Campbell to you. I mean, you went about as far east, as far west, and as far southern as you can go. And I love that that's the way that the state tournament is in Kentucky. It's not classed, it's not divisioned, it's not sectioned off. It's if
Mhm.
you win it, you're the champ. I mean,
Yeah.
ain't no watering it down. Ain't no nobody can say should have done this 1A, 2A, 3A, public private split. None of that. It is if you are on top of that podium, you are the best in the building at your weight that day.
Mm-hmm.
So not having wrestled her, of course, you're coming into it already winning two, but it's different. You're at the horse park, the music's pumping, the lights are kind of down, but they're bright. Everybody's watching you. Um, are you're backstage or behind like where the main table was on that practice mat? Are you are you nervous? Are you excited? Talk to us.
So I would say mostly, obviously nervous. Anybody who has wrestled has experienced the before match like nervous jitters that you get. I was just thinking about it, and mostly I like to distract myself and not even think about it.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the music, trying to dance along and jam. So yeah, that's what gets me through it.
No, I get it, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because I got to officiate the high school state girls this year, and I also got to officiate the girls regionals at Montgomery County. Was your all's regionals was it at in Louisville at Central High School? Was that correct?
I believe so. I think so.
Okay, because I believe there was a video floating around of everybody there having like a big dance party there on the mats before. Is that
Yes, to celebrate us all
yeah,
having our first ever regionals, we
yeah.
all got together in the middle and danced. I don't remember
That's
what song it was, but I do
I,
remember
I
us.
don't who was it? I think Gabby from Fern Creek mentioned that,
Mhm.
and Faith Allen from Louisville Central mentioned it. There was somebody else mentioned it, and I was like, anybody that's there, I have to bring it up. That's cool that you all done that. So we are going to pull up your match video here. Like we said, we've got the Parade of Champions, the face off, the match, and the medal ceremony. So, Tatum, I think we've talked about it enough. Let's go.
All right.
Time for the Parade of Champions, presented by the U.S. Marines. Please stand and welcome our 2024 Wrestling Championship competitors.
Here come the 120 pounders. And I believe you've got on the red and black flannel pants here, right?
Correct.
What I thought.
Oh my gosh, that feels like so long ago.
It is now time for the 2024 KHSAA Wrestling Championship, presented by UK. That's me, what finals.
I was going through this, I was just thinking, don't trip.
So many people over the years have said that exact same thing. I swear to you.
That and I was like, let's get off as fast as I can because I don't want to be standing out there for forever.
Yep. Now, of course, you're green on the scoreboard here. You've got on the solid blue singlet with the white and black trim. Right out of the gate, you're aggressive. You're coming in, hitting the slide by, getting a takedown. I think being ragdolled by your brother and dad all those years are paying off here. So, were you just an aggressive wrestler just from the word go, or did you see something, or did Coach Reardon tell you something here? Or?
I mean, throughout the day, my coach Aaron, he was giving me advice, watching everybody in my weight class, and really seeing what would work for each of them. My dad, also an assistant coach for our girls team, is very helpful in watching the matches in my weight class and seeing what moves work on certain people. And Aaron's always pushed us to be aggressive off the bat to get it going.
Yeah, Coach Reardon's a good coach. I mean, so got stopped there for potentially dangerous. And especially, I mean, it's kind of a competitive advantage when you've only got one wrestler competing. You can kind of scout, everybody else out.
Yeah.
All right, so on top here, she stands up. Pretty good lift right there. You got two of my buddies out there. You got Eric Friedel there as the head official, and you got Mike Ford as the assistant. So you got two good refs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got a big fan section, big cheering section here?
A lot of people did show up. I didn't expect them to. Especially it being the last day of a tournament, because I had watched both the boys' tournament for Thursday and Friday, I believe, and then going into the girls' tournament on Saturday was definitely like a drainer, and you're just like, oh my gosh, so many days of wrestling.
Yep, and going out of bounds there, loss of control. Sutton gets her 1 point, which that was a good call, Eric. I know you're going to watch this. LaGrange to Lexington isn't that far. Get on I-60, or I guess get on I-71, and head down to the Gene Snyder and go that way. I guess is that the way you go?
I think so. I'm not very good at driving. I leave that to my parents.
Okay, no, I get it. So she's gonna take down here. It's like you're trying you got I can't tell if you got a half in right there.
I believe I have wrist control and just trying to jam chop.
I got you. Now, who's in your corner there? I see Coach Reardon. Who's the other?
That is my dad.
That's your dad? Okay. All right.
Yeah, Tony Millet.
Tony. Is it weird having your dad in your corner?
He coached me when I was in youth, and then had taken a break from coaching when I got into middle school and my first year of high school. And then at the beginning of my sophomore year, Aaron had asked him to come back and help coach. And I thought it was going to be a bad idea, but I now love it.
Now, you got Coach Reardon coming to the table here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a problem, or not necessarily a problem with the score, but I think they inadvertently added two to her score. They get it worked out.
Yeah, I think so. I do remember that, and I was like, I don't think that's right. And then I was like, if it isn't, my coach is going to question it because he knows what's up.
So you get another takedown right there. Pretty much all muscle right there. Just get behind her, forced her down. Does any of the girls on the lacrosse team ever like opposing ever like try to smart off to you like, listen, you don't know what you're getting ready to have happen to you?
Yeah, a lot of my teammates love bringing up the state titles, especially to other teams.
Yeah.
They love being like, "Oh yeah, you're going against a state champ."
Right. Now, right here,
Especially,
I don't
sorry.
mean to cut you off, but you get a half. You put her on her back. You're getting near fall, and there you go. You get the fall. You hold up a big number 3, foreshadowing the new rule change, getting 3 points. You become a 120-pound state champion with a fall in the second period. You go over and
That's
get
such a
a.
special moment to rewatch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, here's the medal ceremony. Now this is my expert camera work, and I believe that Lacey Gilbert, she won it at 126, and she had a very quick match because I officiated it. So you don't have much time to get your thoughts and get your emotions because as soon as I hit the mat, the announcer is like, "Oh, 120-pound medalist, report to the awards area." So you don't really have a whole lot of time to process it, do you?
No, I mean, I definitely got some good hugs in and was like, "Oh my gosh, like this isn't real." And
Yeah.
I mean, it took me a few days to actually think, like sit down, think about it. But yeah, no, it was like as soon as you hit the mat, it was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get over there. I'm sitting there running across, and yeah.
Yeah.
Barely had time to put my pajamas back on.
Yeah, what was it? She used like some type of like a wing, tilted her over, and she was stuck. There you are, getting your medal, your sign, your bracket. On top of the world there, no matter what happens, you can always say you were the first 120-pound girl state champion. And I believe that's where this one ends. So I'm sure you've probably watched it, on your however many people recorded it. You probably got every version of it. But when you watch it back, watch it outside of this, does it play out the way you remember it?
I don't know. It's like reliving it. I sit there and I always think, like, especially watching the matches, I'm like tensed up and I'm like, I want to go back out there and like do things differently, but obviously not change the outcome.
Right.
But no, I really enjoy rewatching it and seeing like just my emotions and everything.
Yeah. That we've done several videos with guys from as of this filming, we have 39 years of the 61 state tournaments, and we've done a lot of videos with guys from 1981. That's one of the years that we have. That's one of the earliest. That's the second earliest video that we have. It's complete. We have the match video or the face off, the matches, medal ceremonies, everything. And whether we've done a few on Zoom, we've done a few in person from 1981, and you're talking about tensing up and watching it doing different. There are guys that had never seen their match video and watching it with them in person. I mean, they're trying to wrestle it. They're wanting to shoot and move their head and all this kind of stuff. So that feeling never leaves you. I mean, tensing up and wanting to, doing this. Why am I doing this? Come on, get your legs back. That never leaves you. And I guess that's a good thing because that shows how much it means to you. Because if you didn't tense up or get nervous or get a little bit, what am I doing? Why did I not, finish this here? I guess it really isn't that important to you. So excellent performance there. You are the 10th girl state champion that we've met with. So Victoria, Lila, and Lauren. You three. That's who we need. to finish out the remainder of the girl state champions. I want to get all 13 on the channel. That way we can have it for the historical purposes, and of course have it for everybody else and everybody in your family, teammates, school, whatever. Well, you can have it forever. That way you can look back on this in 20 years and be like, remember that time I had the blue LED lights on in that video? That was so cool. That's such a great backdrop.
Yeah.
That is a good, your school colors are blue. Why not let everybody know, right?
Yeah, me and
So
my dad.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
I
I'm
don't mean
sorry.
to cut you. Me and my dad were thinking of everything that we got to put together to get on the Zoom call, and we were like looking at my room, and we were like, "What backgrounds do we use, and what else do I gotta do?" My dad, of course, does Zoom all the time for his
Yeah.
work, so he's like, "Yeah, we got to do that background. That'll be good."
No, that's sharp. I like that. I'm gonna have to get some of those and put up behind me here.
Mhm.
Um, Coming in, of course, this is July 29th, 2024. Coming into this upcoming school year, as of this filming, we want to try to date ourselves. That way we know where we are. But coming into this next school year, I have to imagine you're going to be out there on the lacrosse field and back on the mats, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I just making sure because we want to kind of see where everybody's at. So, is it coming into this season with social media the way it is? This review video, everybody's going to be wanting to knock off the champ. Everybody's wanting to be able to say, hey, I beat a state champion. I beat Tatum. She was all right, but I beat her. Have you done any off-season tournaments, gone anywhere, done anything like that, or how's it gone for you?
I did one off-season tournament so far. Next year I've been planning on doing a lot more. But with lacrosse season being right after wrestling, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh well, I kind of want to jump into another thing right now. So I did Spatola, which is over in Cincinnati, Ohio. I've done it for 3 years so far. I love it. It is
Is
an
that the
amazing
shield?
tournament.
Do I see shields behind you? Is that correct? That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
I have three of them.
Okay. Yeah, Nick, we actually done a memorial video for a state champion in Kentucky that passed away, and we Nick done it there at his gym. So yeah, the Spatola Classic. If you win that, you've done something. And having three of those shields, I'll make sure I'll tag him or send it to him, whatever. Say, hey, we got one of your three timers here on the series now. So yeah, the Spatola. If you can win that multiple years, you've done something as well. So can't wait to see you back out there on the mats. And are you going to try to go up in weight? Have you even given that any thought, or where we looking at here?
I've been looking at going back down to 120. Obviously, every wrestler knows that out of season, you're not in wrestling season
Oh
shape.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I've definitely had to think about whether I'm gonna go down or up. And I've just thought like my weight seems pretty well and healthy at 120, so I think that's a really good spot to stay. I didn't have too much of an issue with maintaining weight this year.
No, I completely understand. And weight cutting now, weight management, weight tracking is so much better than what it was even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, especially back in Coach Aaron, Josh's, Brent's, mine era. Of course, I didn't wrestle as long as they did, but nevertheless, your body, and I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice, but this is when you start wrestling, you start cutting weight, your body does kind of get used to, some people can burn 3 pounds. I mean, like nothing, 4 or 5 pounds, like
In
nothing.
one practice.
And in one practice. I mean, so it's, I guess, whatever your body gets used to. But I have the mentality of, if you can cut down, like you said, make it healthy, 3 or 4 pounds, whatever you're comfortable with. If you're cutting down to where, you're a skeleton, or you just absolutely are killing yourself every single practice, not being able to eat, not being able to drink, I think you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm.
That is yeah, you might win a few more matches or whatever, but it's just not worth it, especially in school. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when you're in school, I like I said, speaking of somebody that's been out of school for over 20 years, and the number of guys that we've met with over the years that we've done videos with, I would say for certain that nobody would go back and want to do it over, give up their life they got now, family, kids, grandkids, life, career, whatever. But a lot of guys have said they didn't realize what they had when they had it. Getting to go to practice, getting to go to meets, walking the halls, being king of the school, maybe you return the state champion, maybe playing football and wrestling, being, Mr. Big Stuff or whatever. Just appreciating what they had when they had it is something so many guys have missed out on. And that's what I tell, whether it's kids that I do, little private lessons with here and there or see at meets or whatever. Younger kids, elementary, middle school age, not high school. It's hard to call high school age student a kid, but elementary school, middle school is just enjoy what you've got. Enjoy it, because once it's gone, it's over. It's gone, and there's no sense in killing yourself in a mat room day after day, just grinding, getting to where you hate doing it instead of having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty enough times once you leave school that you maybe work a job you hate, do something that you hate, or just, you have a grind that you do, drive traffic, coming home, whatever. Have fun with it now. Love it. Enjoy it. Appreciate what you have, not just to you, but everybody else that is in school or elementary, middle school, whatever. Just appreciate what you've got now. Believe me, once it's gone, you're going to be like, God, I messed up some of the best years of my life trying to cut down a couple pounds not being able to eat Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, whatever, not being able to go out, hang out after, a football game because you got to go home, cut weight, or who knows, whatever the situation is. But Tatum, we've covered a lot of ground here. Do you have anything you'd like to say, add, take away, challenge Coach Reardon to a wrestling match? It's up to you.
I mean, Coach Reardon, maybe not challenge him to a match. I think he beats me up enough in practice and all of my teammates. But no, I just want to I agree with you. Just be thankful for every moment you have, especially on the mat and doing sports in general, not even just wrestling, but sports in general it changes your life. And wrestling being the sport it is, you have the best team out there and teammates that go through the same thing, whether it's cutting weight or winning and losses. And even if it's an individual match, you still get to be a team. You're still competing, especially in duels. And I agree with you, taking every moment.
Yeah, it's like I said, those 4 years, you as a youngster, you're in elementary school, can't wait to get to high school. You get there, you blink, it's over. You're like, what just happened?
I know. I'm about to be a junior, and I'm like, school's almost starting. And then once it starts, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm done with school. And then it's going to be over. And then senior year, and it's gone.
Yeah, that's so. Like I said, so many people have said that if they could just grasp that concept while they have it, it would be. I think the not saying everybody doesn't, but the majority of people don't grasp it when they have it in the moment. They'll look back in hindsight, like I said earlier, but just absorb it all, because once it's gone, it's gone. So Tatum, like I said, coming in as of this filming, you've got 2 more years. Wish you the best of luck in the next. I'm sure at some point, I'll see you. I'll officiate you. Whatever may hit Coach Reardon with unsportsmanlike, just for the fun of it. Hey, right there, Aaron, you. Just to let him know what's up. So, like I said, wish you the best of luck. If you win it next year, At 2025, love to have you back. Any of your teammates winning or whoever, we'd love to have you back on. Or we got Miller coming up as of this filming. We're going to be doing his soon. I think he's returning as well. So if he wins it next year, we'd love to have him or whoever it may be. We just want to let the world know Kentucky wrestling's here. We ain't going no place. And there's some great wrestling in our state. It's just been hid for far too long, but I've picked up the torch and I said, Kentucky wrestling, we are not being hid anymore because we got people like Tatum Millet that need to tell their story. So that's all that we have. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys, and now we get to say girls. We'll see you guys and girls on the mats.